Okay, this is the Breakout EDU for Girl Guides of Canada, learning the law, the motto, and the promise. This is a really good way to get your Girl Guide group to kind of learn the basis of being a Girl Guide in a really fun and exciting way, and it's also a really good observational tool to be able to see what your group is like together. So ideally you want to do this in the patrols, or they can go in groups of 3 or 4, and you should probably set about a 30 to 40 minute time limit to do this and explain how they're going to solve the breakout. So it's called Law-ckdown. So basically they're trying to find the secret to being a Girl Guide, which is locked in the EDU box because the master guidebook has had glitter glue spilled all over it. So they're trying to figure out how they're going to learn the law, and third-year guides were so close to finishing all their badges and they don't know what's left. So they're trying to unlock it and figure out what the actual secret is. The locks that you're going to need for this are the 3-digit lock, the 4-digit lock, the directional multi-lock, the ABC multi-lock, and then there's this really cool multi-lock with colors and symbols. They didn't have a lock that had a combination of both, but this one actually is going to have the color rings and the symbol rings combined. So to solve each of these locks, so the 3-digit lock, it's literally easy as 1, 2, 3. That's the code, and they're going to solve that by reading the Unlocking the Secret to Girl Guides clue, which will be hidden behind a clock. There's going to be quotation clues that you can put in order along a wall, and they should realize that they all have to do with time. So maybe let's look behind a clock and see if there's a clue there. The next is the 4-digit lock. Using the printable Why Should Girls Be Girl Guides, the girls should be able to pick out the options that apply specifically to Girl Guides. There's 4 of them, and this will create the number 1910, and it's also 1910, which is the number of the first guiding unit in Canada. The next is the ABC lock. Girls will read the All Good Things Come to an End clue and determine that taps is the code, but while figuring out that it's taps, they're actually going to realize and learn their closing song. The multi-lock, as I said, is a combination of the color and symbol rings. To Say You Are a Girl Guide is the printable that they're going to start with, and the 5 pages to follow it are going to be laid out or put up in line with it, and the book How the Girl Guides Won the War will be close by, as it is a history book, and the word history is actually bolded on that first To Say You Are a Girl Guide clue. So each book quote page has the chapter number and page number, and if the girls are following along, they should find the codes written on the tops of each of those pages by flipping through the book. The directional lock, the girls will see a printable with the story of Lord Baden-Powell. Until they unlock the blacklight from the smaller EDU box, which is locked by the key, they will not know that the solution to solve this lock is written at the top in invisible ink. Every time Lord Baden-Powell is seen or written in the story, that will represent the left arrow, and same with Girl Guides representing the right. The key lock. So the key lock itself will be on the smaller EDU box, while the key is hidden on page 11 of the Girl Guide handbook. And in order for girls to find that out, there will be a clue that says the key to Girl Guides is to follow the promise, law, and motto. And so they should be taking a look through that Girl Guide handbook and finding that page to get them there. So these are the only resources that you're going to need. Girl Guides on the go. So most girls are going to actually have this book with them. So that's the book on the right. This one is actually one that you might want to order, or similarly, you could just print out the different pages that interest you, or type them out on your computer and have the clues there. Okay, so these are just some examples of what the printouts look like. So this is the lock system, so they know that they will learn to do their best. That's written on the Girl Guides of Canada mandate, so not 1. They will be true to themselves, 9, and then there's another 1. They will take action, and 0, which is they will learn to respect the guiding law. This is an example of the quotations. So this is the chapter. This is what it's called, Brownies and Bluebirds. This is the quotation from the book and the page number. So by flipping to these pages, they should see on the top of the page a little dot, a blue dot, a star, or those are the 2. So it's blue dot, star, blue dot, star, blue dot, star. This is the taps page. So some groups sing taps. You can easily change this to be your ending song, but this is our closing song. And then just some more examples of the different clues that you're going to have up. I've combined this clue, the key to Girl Guides, with another one, this one here, the Unlocking the Secret, because I didn't need to take up a whole page just writing this out, so just cut that page in half, and there you're good to go. This is the story of Lord Baden-Powell and how guides were created. So unless they'll be reading the story to try to figure out what the clue might be. But until they get the black light, they're not going to realize that up here in the left-hand corner, you're actually going to write Lord Baden-Powell equals left arrow, guides equals right arrow, girl guides equals right arrow. So every time Lord Baden-Powell shows up, that's going to mean, okay, so it must be left. The other tricky one that they might realize is it says Lord and Lady Baden-Powell. Whenever it has to do with Lord Baden-Powell, that is one of the arrows, regardless of whether Lady is there. But they're specifically looking for Lord Baden-Powell and Girl Guides. These are the locks again, so your 3-digit, your 4-digit, your key lock, your ABC multi-lock, directional lock, and I just combined these two together so you know. So it's going to be a blue, and then it's going to be a star, and then a blue, and a star, and a blue, and a star. These are the other things you're going to need. So you're going to need your big BreakoutEDU box, your smaller EDU box, UV pen to write the code on the top of the Lord Baden-Powell story, your UV flashlight, your hasp block, USB drive for any of the printables that you might need, hint cards, and reflection cards. So that is the Law-ckdown breakout for Girl Guides.